All right, I'm live. I'm live. It is a new year. It's a first stream of a new year. Just here chilling, seeing who shows up and who doesn't show up. If that's how you want to put it. People can be busy because it is Friday. People can be on dates. Unlike me, because I'm not on a date. I'm here at home. I'm just chilling. So, what am I gonna do tonight? I don't know. I'm gonna work on something. Don't really recall on what exactly I'm gonna be working on, but I'm gonna be working on something. Got an itch on my back. Ugh. I just hate when you have an itch on your back and you can't really reach it. All right, let's see. Gonna put this back on. But I can't see. Can't see if there's anybody here. It says we got one person here, but that could actually just be my Nightbot. Could be Nightbot that's in here, because I usually have him running. Because sometimes Nightbot does a good job. Sometimes Nightbot doesn't do a good job. Cause I don't know why. Because one time it said somebody that said a bad word. It wasn't even a bad word, and Nightbot assumed it was a bad word. I guess Nightbot was going through something that day. I don't know, dealing with some issues, something or another. It's like I don't know. I don't know. Gotta see. So yeah, we're gonna. Richard could also be me. Oh, it could also be you. Yeah, it could also be you. But since I don't see names when people come into the live stream, so I don't know. I don't know who's coming until somebody says something. I don't know. But I'm doing good. It's a new year, so I'm trying to be as positive as I can be. Hello Orville, what is up? So yeah, it's a new year, guys. It's 2020. So far so good. Nothing's ever perfect, but it's good. So I want to wish you guys a happy new year. There's the people that have so far joined the live stream in the beginning. So I'm working on stuff. Recently somebody just messaged me earlier, like they got their helmet in the mail, and it's their second one, because the first one was kind of big, and from the measurements I got, it's like the person's got like a 7 3/4 size head, in hats, 7 3/4. So it's, like mine is like about almost exactly a 7, so he's like a little bit bigger than me. So it's like, it's still, I shrunk it down. I told him, send it back. I will make another one, because I wasn't about to, cut this one in half, because it was 3D model. You can't really slice a 3D model with a Dremel and give it a nice even cut and be clean. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make a whole other one at no extra cost. So he sent it back. I redid it, made it smaller, and it's. For me, it wasn't that big, because I actually put it on, and like I said, I got a 7-inch. I wear 7 in hats, so it's like he sent me a message that it's still big. It still looks big on him, like a bobblehead big. So I don't know what's going on there. So hopefully, because I told him add a little padding, and it, because padding always helps. Padding always helps. So I gotta see, because this is like the second time I made the helmet for him, because the other one was too big, and something happened during shipping, because apparently it broke during shipping, which happens. I don't know why. The United States Postal Service, you put fragile on a box, or if you don't put fragile on a box, even if you do put fragile on a box, half the time it'll get there and the box is smushed, unless you put like a security deposit on that thing, saying if you break it while it gets there, you're screwed. I feel like people oversize the measurements a lot. Yeah, it kind of happens. So that's why I always tell them, give me from ear to ear diameter, so that way I can give a little bit of space, like around the ear of the helmet, so I use a model of a head, and then I just stretch it out into the proportions of that person's head. The diameter from ear to ear, from the bottom of the chin to the top of the head, from the nose to the little bump on the back of your head right there. So I always make sure I get from here, here, and here, because this is where the most important parts of the helmet are gonna be going. You know, you want some room here, you want some room, because you don't want it too snug that when you put it on, it's like snug tight, and you know it feels uncomfortable. So, but you know, I feel bad because you know he wanted this, and I did it. It's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Red Ranger helmet, and like the one that you guys saw in the video that I made. So, did this one for him. Like I said, too big. I told him send it back. I will make another one. He asked me if I just like cut it down in this one. No, there's no way to cut that down because if any of you guys know how 3D modeling a helmet is, you know, like when you work with a Dremel, you notice that speed of that wheel starts to melt the plastic. Unlike when you're working with like resin cast, you get like a lot of dust. With this, you're not getting dust. You're getting like melted plastic. So it's a lot different. How was my Christmas? My Christmas was nice. You know, it's quiet. You know, I don't really have friends around here to hang out with. You know, and my family members, you know, are very busy with their families. You know, all my cousins have kids, and you know, it's like they got their own little lives and their own little things. So you know, it's just me, myself, and I hang out with my mom. So it's pretty quiet. You know, I really didn't do much, and the same thing was for how I spent the New Year. You know, here at home, doing nothing, just chilling, watching some anime, modeling some stuff. Pretty much that was my holiday. You know, chill at home. You know, and I started going jogging and walking again. You know, some of that Thanksgiving food kind of stuck with me, and the Christmas meal and the Christmas stuff. You know, like, hey, what's up, Jeremy and Joker? What up? Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Jeremy. Happy New Year to you. Happy 2020. 2020. I won't say the rest of it because it sounds bad. This was the best Christmas ever. Really? Why was it the best Christmas ever? Do tell, do tell. Why was it the best Christmas ever? I wants to know. I want to know why it was the best Christmas ever. It beats being sick since Sunday. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It does beat being sick since Sunday, or since any day. You know, being sick even one day sucks. At least, you know, for me, I don't like the minute I get sick and I get a fever. I'm like, oh. Like the minute I started noticing, like, I can't breathe through my nose. I can't breathe. I'm like, oh no. I can't be getting sick. I can't be getting sick. What are you modeling today? Well, it's not something I'm modeling. It's something I'm going to, I guess you could say, remodel. Like, you know, and so I'm gonna talk to you guys about that type of stuff. Like, I know a lot of you guys, you know, you guys worry. I don't know how to model. I don't know how to do this. But if you can get like a basic shape and form of a model, you know, like let's say you get a game rip of a character, or he's got body armor or stuff like that. You know, there are ways to take that model from the game, if you can actually do that, or if you have a friend that can actually do it for you, and you can import it into a 3D program. You will need an add-on depending on, I don't know all the add-ons for everything. I only know one and everything. So, you know, it has to be that type of file, because a game rip comes in two different forms. It could be an OBJ, or it could be an XPS or an XLA file. So you know, you guys already know I do a lot of, you know, Power Ranger stuff, and lately I've been doing a lot of the Kamen Rider things, and you know, I've been doing a lot about that, and I've been thinking about, you know, what to do. A lot of people have been wondering, you know, how can, you know, a noob like me, you know, that's the word people tell me, you know, like the noobs, they don't know anything about modeling. So basically, one of the things that you can do is that if you can get one of those models like in the game, and you guys already know, you might look at a game character and you think, oh my god, this thing has so much detail. And then when you look at it from a website and it's like pulled from a game, once you move that texture layer, like of the painting and everything, you notice it literally has none of that detail in the model. It's all flat. Like it's that type of file that you can actually make it into a Pepakura file if you wanted to do paper and then add the detail later. Like if you wanted to make it as a foam build, because you can carve the foam and do everything. So I was like wondering to myself, and I've been thinking all day. I was like, all day, I want to go live today, but I want to know what kind of thing can I get. So I went into my folder looking for something or another, something that a lot of people like. And like I said, I know a lot of guys like Power Ranger stuff, and I don't know why I'm pantomiming. But yeah, I was like trying to figure out myself, like what model could I grab? You're modeling for 3D print versus gaming requires a lot of detail. Yeah. So, I decided, let me grab. It's like you're modeling 3D print versus gaming requires a lot more detail. Yeah. So when you're gonna be doing 3D print, you need detail. And when it comes to games, the game characters, the game models don't have that detail because the detail is in the texture. It's all in that coloring and painting and shading and everything. That's where all the detail lies. Because underneath that form and everything, it's just flat. There's no detail or whatever. So I decided to pull out this sucker. So if any of you guys are a big Power Rangers fan, you know who this is. This is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. The first Megazord that we saw here in the US. Because there was no Power Rangers before this one. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was the first. For a lot of us. Especially me, it was my first Power Rangers series ever. So, I'm like, what to do. So I pulled this one out, and I wanted to show you guys. That's Tiger Zero, right? Wait, Tiger Zero, Liger Zero. This is not a Liger. It's not Optimus Prime either. If I add the texture, now you see who it is. This Wing Zero? Really? Wing Zero. This is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. See, look at this. With the when you add the texture to it, it looks nice. So, and it comes in only 2 pieces. They tried to bring Super Sentai shows, Sun Vulcan and Bloomin', yeah, but it didn't work. We ended up with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers first. So, yeah, I was like, I pulled this character out. The only, no, it's definitely Gundam Zero. Yeah, sure it is. Yeah. It's a Gundam, alright. Yeah. Hooray for Gundams. Alright, so basically what we have here, we actually have the Megazord here. And like I said, he comes in 2 pieces, basically the body and the sword separately. So these other pieces do not come separately. So if I take off the mesh, if I take off that texture layer, this is as much detail as you can get with this sucker. This is all you get. See, there's no detail on the chest. There's no detail on the shoulders or anything. Nothing. And you can't even, you know, the fingers aren't bendable. Look at that. The fingers are not bendable. See, they're just stationary like that. Well, better than the one that they had in the show, because the one that they had in the show looked like sock'em bopp'em robots, because it basically had a solid fist during the majority of the time. Like when they did the transformation, all you saw were fists. And until he started acting, then you saw some guys' actual hands peeping out like those big giant arms, and you see somebody's small little hands, like especially when he had to grab the sword, like grab it, like try to grab it with one. Like, no, I can't grab it with this one. I gotta grab it with this one instead. Like, you remember that part, like when he the sword, the power was like it ends up in the ground, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, he grabs it with one hand. Oh no, I can't pick it up with here. Let me grab it with the other one. My right hand is stronger. So yeah. So basically, like if I select this and everything, what I want to do is go to edit. All right, now what you see, we have like a lot of triangles here, dude. So many triangles. And triangles can be good in some aspects, but not good in everything. So, you know, we select everything right here. It looked like he got bigger horns when I do it in this one. Like he's got like bigger giant horns. You know, now he looks like a GoBot or something. So we go into phase. We go from tris to quads, and see, we remove a lot of that stuff. So the only bad thing is here is that now, like if I wanted to do just the helmet right now, like, you know, he's got pretty much a good amount of detail. You know, the Megazord doesn't have that much. And so what I would have to do is like I said, if I want to just make him like where I need only the head. So we're gonna select this. We're gonna duplicate it. So I'm gonna just look. It's twins. It's twinsies. So we're gonna just remove that one here. So we're gonna go into edit. You know, because basically what we're going to do now, since I can't remove every single part, what I'm just going to do now is try to remove the whole body and get to the head. So, he kind of looks like an action figure in this stance. He looks like an action figure. So, we're going to go into this form, and I'm going to select the majority of it, you know. Try to select everything minus the head. So we're just gonna go up to here. It takes a little bit of while because it takes a little bit of finessing to make sure you get everything that you want and not take something you don't want to get rid of. So gotta make sure everything in yellow is highlighted. Yeah. So we got that. So basically, and then you just delete faces. And presto changeo, we have a head. As you can see, he's got like this weird base on the bottom. I don't know what it. I guess in the game he's got a square neck. I don't know how you got much mobility in that. So, all right. So basically, in the modeling process, you're gonna get some food. Bring me some food. I want some food. Probably shouldn't say that because I'm on a diet now. I'm gonna trying to slim down. You know, gotta work off all that turkey and stuff that I ate during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Because when it comes to the holidays, you know, people here can feed you. They feed you a lot. So we're gonna do. Highlight all of this, make sure I got everything. Yep, got it all nice and even, and we're just gonna delete half of that head. Alright, so go to the wrench here, Add a modifier, and we're gonna go to mirror. So we got that. We're gonna click clipping. We're gonna click that right here because we want to make sure that everything locks together. Looks like there's a pane here that we don't need. But I'm gonna actually just gonna end up deleting this stuff. So basically, guys, like I said, if you can find these files in this kind of stuff, you can actually import it as long as you have an add-on, or it's compatible with Blender or any other program that you're using, and you can actually export it and start working on it. And you can use the actual skin, like as you can see right here. I actually have this skin, and I can actually use the skin to add in the detail. So and this is something that you guys can do also. You can actually use this textured layer to find the detail in all of that stuff. Hey, if the whole Megazord is made of Zords that are cubes, not as bad as square neck. Well, you never know, because you could probably have a cylinder somewhere around there, because they're not just completely cubed, the whole thing. They're not completely cubed. They do have some rounded off sections. So what we're gonna do is get rid of here, and we're going to just remove this part of the inside. So I'm probably gonna have to add something here so we can actually have a little bit of a neck, the back of the head, because you don't just want it as a thin thin line up here. It's just a whole, it's really thin, like up there, So just gonna delete that. It deletes on both sides. So, and the good thing about the mirror aspect of this is, the fact of the matter is that you don't actually have to do both sides. So you don't have to worry about not making it even on both sides. You get great symmetry in this one. I've been enjoying my Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One, so I don't know how it is to enjoy that. I don't got an Xbox, so to make the eye stand out, what we're gonna do is extrude it. So we're just gonna click E and grab our directional tool, and we're just gonna bring it in. Let's see. Yep. I think we're just gonna bring it a little bit more that way. Yeah. So you see, so this thing right here, like if you guys ever want to figure out how to work in with adding texture and stuff like that, this is like the perfect thing. Whenever you have if you can get a model and you can have that texture map over it, and you can actually bring it into the program, it'll actually help you out to be able to do all of this textured and bring in the detail. And also, you gotta make sure that not just working with this, you just keep it the way it is. You wanna sharpen these lines, so that's the whole thing, because you want, because if you don't sharpen these lines, everything is just gonna come out looking blobby and mushy when you add the solidify. So like you don't want that. You don't want messy, gooky, messy lines. Especially like if you're gonna cosplay and you're gonna use 3D modeling and stuff like that, and you're gonna actually do things from a game rip. That's everything. The sharpness, making those details pop even more. Like if I had solidify right now, everything you see here will be like good. I just got a message here. Excuse me. So one of the good things about this is that just because you use a model and it looks like it's completely solid, don't rely on that. You actually have to try to, make everything, solid. Like, look at this right here. There should be an indent right here. It should be like an indent right here, but it's not. It's completely like sloped. Looking at it from the picture, it looks like it's naturally like that, but that's just the skin. That's just the skin. See, look, there's nothing. So we're gonna have to add that in. So before that, I'm just gonna have to harden all these edges first, because I want to make sure that all these edges are like nice and perfect and everything. So when we go into adding more detail and everything, it's like everything looks fine and dandy and perfect. Not everything is perfect, but it's like you do what you gotta do. I don't know. I feel like something's here because I was clicking that line, that edge, and it wouldn't select. So I have a feeling some of the vertices are not connected. So I'm gonna have to double check that to see what's going on. You look at here, look like I'm looking at Optimus Prime. My favorite cartoon, by the way. That is one of my favorite cartoons of all time since my childhood, man. I love Transformers. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Come on, baby. Everybody sing with me. Autobots changing battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers, robots in disguise. The Transformers. Nobody's singing! Alright, so basically, it's just a lot of this and a lot of that. And, for people that are trying to, start off and making stuff like this, I think this is like a nice, safe route to go through, not, if you want to eventually make your own stuff, which, you all want to make our own stuff eventually, you don't want to end up just, working on pre-made models and just adjusting them to what we want. No, we don't want to do that. No, you want to perfect, but this is a good way to start. This is a good way to start, like we all gotta start somewhere, we're, I started modeling like a couple months ago and I'm still nowhere where I want to be, I'm like, where to go, and trust me, I had my times where I got so frustrated, I quit. I didn't even want to try anymore. I was like, no. That's it for me, no more. But it's like if I stayed in that state of mind and everything, I wouldn't even be making those Kamen Rider stuff. Please refrain from spamming symbols. Somebody spamming symbols. That's not even a symbol, Nightbot. That's robots in disguise. He's saying a phrase. Shame on you. Well, maybe the symbols of the emojis, maybe that's what he was saying about, but I don't know. Got timed out for 1 second. I don't know what's wrong with Streamlabs. I was like, but let me tell you something, guys. Good news. We rang in the new year. We're now in 2020, and believe it or not, in the new year, I ended up getting an email. I got an email from Facebook, and they told me that I made it to 4,000 watch hours. I already had over 1,000 subscribers, but it took a year. I'm serious. It took a year to get 40,000 hours because I don't get a lot of people watching my content. And I was like, I got a lot of people watching my videos. I don't know what's wrong with Streamlabs. But yeah, it's like I got a message from there, and they said I can now monetize my videos. So now I am part of the YouTube partnership program, ladies and gentlemen. I am now part of that program, which means I can start making a little bit of money on my content. You know, if that's it, that's if my content, you know, gets watched. You know, only if that, you know, because depending on how many people watch and how much they actually watch the videos, is, you know, it's like, you know, it's like what I can do. So see, we got the solidify, so we're gonna go check with number 4 because I only go higher than 4 just in case. So as you can see, look at that. See, nothing's touching. There's some here that are not touching. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back. We're gonna go here, gonna select everything, and we're gonna go to merge vertices by distance. And we just removed 179 vertices. 179 vertices were removed, including some of the ones that I used for hardening. Look at that. Some of them were, look at that. Some of them are purple, some of them are not, because I did not check ahead of time. So see, I'm not perfect. I make my share of mistakes as well. So, you know, like, and I'm man enough to own up to it. Like, I made a mistake. Now I gotta go do this all over again. Isn't that fun, ladies and gentlemen? It is fantabulous. It is awesome. You know, like, I don't know why that got hard, and I didn't know. Yeah, so now I gotta redo this. You know, it's fun. Don't you just love it when you have to go redo something with you guys? Don't you just love it? It is like butterscotch ripple here. You know, it's like, like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. It hates me just like Nightbot hated the. Alright, somebody stepped on a cat's tail. Here you go. Y'all heard that, right? Oof. That cat is pissed. Whew. Anybody want a stray cat? Anybody? I give you a bargain. Free. I give it to you for free. Take the cat, please. So far so good. I got almost all those lines selected again. So I think we're good here. So I got every one. Yeah. All right. So now we can press 1 to harden all those lines. Hopefully I have every single one of them. I didn't really want to have these lines hardened. I don't know. The center line doesn't really matter. So put that back to 0. Get that out there. Let's see here, and we're see. Yeah. Here, okay. Here. This one. This one needs to be 0 because we don't want that hardened. That's not supposed to be hardened. It's only this one. So press number 4. Oh, not 47 because that'll actually stop the whole thing. Because if you try to go like higher than you're trying to go in the double digits, you're screwed. And so let's see. I think I'm gonna have to select these lines too. So there we go. Ha ha ha. Okay, here. Look, see, I missed some lines. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. So we'll go into the model mode just to, you know, see how it looks so far. And see how the eyes are nice and out now. See, well, not out, they're in, so you guys can see, you know, now he's got eyes compared to before. He didn't even look like he had. Look how smooth that is too. It's like super smooth. It's like glossy smooth. And let's add the cavity so we can actually see the difference. So I think I have to add an indent here because that just blends in too much. Yeah, because it just blends in too much. Because they're not the horns are not, you know, they're supposed to be separate from the helmet, just like right here. See? Oh, forgot that line there. All right, so take a look at it now. All right, so far that's looking good. Let me put this to 5 instead. Okay, this is not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be sharper. Looks good so far, but you know, there's still a little bit more to do, you know, like, so I'm gonna put a 90 here instead. Yeah, put a 90 there. So let's see. All right. Now here's the kicker. We have to fix this right here. Gotta fix that. Let me see if I can actually put in the 0 and see what it can give me here. Oop, hold on. Oh. Here we go. There we go. All right. Let's see here. All right, that's starting to look a lot better. See? Now this one, I'm probably gonna have to do it separately. Gonna have to go here to the bisect, select the face that I want, go here, go here, go here, and right here. Wait, hold on, I didn't select the face. Alright. Now the bad thing about it is that you gotta make sure that after you connect all the vertices back, because you're gonna end up with some loose vertices, and that is not actually a good thing, because when you want to get this thing ready for printing and you don't find those vertices that you're supposed to, like, I can go like this. I don't know if it'll work for this one. Let's see, merge by distance. No, doesn't work for that one. So fast. All right, so now we're gonna go here, get our direction tool again, and just scooch it down a bit. Yeah, scooch it down, scooch it down. There you go. Bring this one up a little bit higher. Now what we're gonna do is highlight all of these. I'm gonna highlight these, all of them, and we're gonna push one again. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna remove this right here, because the connection is not good now, because you know these got to be separate. You know, so press F to make a new face. Press F again. There we go. And a lot of the time when you're working with this and you're remeshing and you're removing mesh and deleting meshes, the texture will not transfer back to the new one. Let's see if we have, yeah, see, exactly, like right here, see? You kind of get that kind of line like you see on those old-fashioned TV sets and everything. So, yeah, like, at least this is now the way it's supposed to be. Now, the other thing, you know, there are things that you can add to this. It's very simple. There's not a lot of detail in this helmet to begin with. You know, so see, just gonna. Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta put it back onto solidify. That way we can actually see what we did. So you know, we actually have everything right there. So we have that bevel that we wanted right up there. And so, and it's actually looking pretty good. On some of these models, you can actually add like a solidify. Not what we've been doing, we're working with subdivision, but you can actually add a solidify, which thickens the model. But it doesn't work with every model, because most models actually have a little bit of an issue. Hold on, I just realized something. Yep, I knew it. There was a sharpness missing right there. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Look at that. Wouldn't you want to sport this helmet? Wouldn't you want to sport this one? So, and I'm gonna show you that we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna take a look to see what actually happens. So we're gonna go into the add modifier and see we got solidify right here. So as you can see right here, look, solidify did this, and solidify is like right here. It's like 1 millimeter, just a millimeter of thickness, and which is not really nothing. Oh, well, actually it is something. Look how thick that is. So if we move it up, if we move it up, it removes everything but keeps that thickness on the inside. But this is like extremely thick. I'm telling you, this is like, watch. If I move it out, 0. Look how thin it is right there, the original thickness. I go to 1 millimeter. That's not, that's 1 millimeter because of the size of the model. But if I go over here to the units, metric, imperial, instead of feet, we go into inches. So we're gonna see right here. So far so good. We have everything we didn't. It doesn't need that much detail. Everything here is fine. So I'm going to take all of this, take this and this and this, and what we're gonna, and this one also, we can't forget that. So we're just gonna remove the, hold on, for that, gotta go back here. See, now the thickness has changed. See right here? Now it's in the inches. So what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna have to just dial it down a little bit. Let me see about, let's see. Okay, see, so far so good. Look at that. See, it's a lot thinner, but not too thin. Like, so that is good. That is gravy right there. So one of the things I wanna tackle is, like, the original Megazord had no type of detail in it, because I'm sure all of it was just paint. And you can add some detail in some of these things. You can add some detail, and so we're gonna remove this, and then we're gonna take off that, and we're gonna go back into the edit mode. And a lot of people, even I thought about this in the beginning, that it looks so difficult. It looks so hard to even manage this. Okay, because as you can see here, you can go here, and I'm gonna go use my by select. So, we can go here, and this is not gonna be clean. Hey, I'm just gonna back it up. So we're gonna select this one, and gonna go here, plain and simple, and then we're gonna select these two. Go here. This is probably not the best way to do it, but this is how I have been working on it with these things. So, and I'll show you the madness that leads to perfection. Like, it's not perfect, but it's my version of perfection. Can you just select the whole edge and do an offset? Not really, because since this is just a mesh, there's not an exact form to it. It's just plain square, so it doesn't follow the track of the detail. So you can't really offset it because it doesn't work that way. Because the mesh is formed completely differently. So, it may take a lot longer to do it, but hey, it's like Rome wasn't built in a day, Rome. So it takes a little time and effort, and I got the time. I can make the effort, you know. Don't we all have the time to make the effort? In all actuality, don't we all have the time to make the effort? And there are ways around it to fix the mesh after, and keeping the model still keep looking nice. So it's like it takes time, and trust me, a lot of the time. But I'm working on models till the break of dawn. I'm serious. Like I will be working. Not if you got kids. Yeah, I don't have children. I don't got. I'm 40 years old and I have no kids. So imagine that, man. 40 years old, still no kids. I'm not even married. I wish I had made that step, but I at this point I am not married. You know, things come in due time. All right. Like I said, this is not easy in any aspect. It takes a little bit of time and a lot of refining. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This thing takes a lot of refining. So, see, and also when I smooth it out and everything, it takes time, as you said, right? Yeah. One helmet model took me like weeks, and that was the Kamen Rider Genius build helmet, because it had like tubes coming out of the eye sockets and everything. I'm like, oh yeah 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 yeah. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna select our bevel and just bevel it just so ever so slightly. All right, and then we're gonna go here, click E. There you go. Have our directional tool, and just bring this in a little bit. Not you don't wanna do it too much. All right, so I'm just gonna take a quick peek, because there's a chance, since I did harden that main line, even the lines on the inside that go like intersecting vertically have hardened as well. So I'm gonna have to double check now to see if it did it. So we got 4. Let's see here, object. Let's see. All right, gotta fix that right here. See, right here. See. Always something. Always something. I don't know why it did this, but it did something. Go in edit mode. Okay. Gonna here. Yeah, because since that was a sharp edge, it probably needed to have that point on the inside done. So let me just double check it right now. Haha! Look at that. See? Nice, nice. You can't tell me that does not look nice. You can't tell me that does not look nice now. I'm gonna have to fix this because it looks like it's a little messy over here. See? Kind of swivels a little bit. It should be more like here and then stays right where this arrow is and then go to here. But no, it wants to be a little pain. So I'm gonna have to double check because when I add solidify, there's something that could happen to those lines. That's why I said sometimes you can add solidify to helmets, or if not, you're gonna have to add like a inner layer. That's the other problem. You know, you might have to add an inner layer to it. See, hold on. I just removed something here. Hold on. Can't see it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. All right. So we're gonna let's see what happens with the solidify. Just to double check and stuff. If it doesn't solidify the way I want it to, look at that. I missed some points there too. Look at that. Oh, see. Nobody's perfect. Don't never assume that that everything you see is comes out perfect. So we're just gonna first we're gonna go here. Alright, let's see here. Maybe this will help it out a little bit. So far so good. Alright. I'm like looking through the edges and everything like I'm actually peeking through the sides of it. Alright, let's see. Alright, bring this sucker up a little bit. A little bit more. Straighten it out. Straighten this puppy. Okay. So far that looks good. Alright, let's check it one more time now. See. Okay, that's a lot better now. That's actually a lot better. Not perfect, but a lot better for now. Wow, everybody left. Everybody left except for one person. There's still one person here. So let's see what happens with solidify. If not, I'm gonna have to duplicate the whole thing and then make it as an inner shell. Because that's another way to do an inner shell. You don't have to build the whole helmet. So let's see. Go into add modifier. Add modifier. Solidify. Yeah, we already know that's you're gonna get some boogers coming out of here. So that's why you never let it be last. All right, so we got that. 39 is too much, so we're gonna make it into 19. So looks like, see, aha, right here, look at that. See, right here. See, this thing is poking out. So let's see what happens when I remove it. Aha! Okay. Let's see what we got here. Edit. Now we're gonna select. I don't want to select that. This is. Oh wait, I gotta take solidify off. My bad. Okay, you're gonna harden that section. Should have been hardened to begin with, but it wasn't hardened. I'm gonna just all right. That's the line I want, not that one. Not that one. Oh my lord. Okay. This is the bad thing about this. You know, sometimes it's ride or die, brother, ride or die. Get her done. Let's get her done. Oh, finally got it. Okay. Just bring it down there. Let's see. Just gonna double check. Here we go. Before I even remove that cursor. Let's see. A modifier. Ooh, boogers right there. Look at that. Look at those. Look at that snot rag. Okay. Move it up. Okay. Okay. Ooh, the inside looks like garbage. Alright, let's see. I have to touch that up by removing it, but I don't know why it's not letting me see it exactly on a thing, so. Okay, there's no extrusion here. Thickness is too much. I want it at 19. Alright, that's a pretty decent thickness right there. And one of the good things about this program that I actually use a lot, guys, my friend Robert told me about this add-on, which is actually the Print 3D, which actually helps you to find out if you have any errors, which I'm expecting there are some, because I really haven't done much work on this right now since I just started doing this right now. So let me put it to 5 here. Yeah, because that's a bit of a sharp edge, but not too sharp. Okay. So let's see, check all. We're gonna go into edit. So we have 103 zero faces. We have one non-flat face, which is this right here. Let's see, a lot of overhang, which is basically this part. You know, like where your printer, you know, it's like everything that's hanging up. You know, that's not really touching the bed. So there's that overhang. Zero faces are basically these little babies right here, which they don't really mean that much, except for this one right here, because it looks like look. See, does it match? Does it match? It doesn't match. See, look. It's a no. So let's see if we can just. Oh, I got rid of that zero face, and now we have all of this. Basically, these are the thin faces. I don't, it's basically, I guess thin faces would be like models that don't have like actual thickness to it. So this one actually, has a pretty decent amount of thickness, but it doesn't really report on it. So sometimes some parts they say are thick or are thin that are not. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put this into 23, give it a little extra thickness. It doesn't really change it. See, so we got all these faces right here are kind of thin. Don't know why. And so as you can see, it kind of just blends in and kind of smooths out and everything. Everything is there. Basically, all of this doesn't have to be added on the detail, but basically this is what I do when I'm adding detail. I'm adding that little curve indentation on the thing. So it's like magic. It's magic. It's magic. So I think I want to harden this line. I think I should harden this line. So probably don't have to, but it's like might as well want to. And so you guys know, on the end of this month, man, it's gonna be my 41st birthday. Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm gonna be 41 years old on the 31st of this month. Can you believe that? I'm gonna be that old. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? I'm gonna be that old. I'm gonna be 41 years old at the end of this month. Gosh. I'm grandpa. Remember, guys, if you want to send me some birthday wishes, smash the like button. Let's start off with smashing the like button, because if you don't smash the like button, it doesn't mean you guys like what you see. You don't like seeing my mug on the camera or anything. It's like maybe when I slim down a little bit more, I'll be more attractive in the camera. I'll be more pleasing to the eye. Gotta be eye appealing. Gotta be pleasing. Look. It just glistens. It just glistens. See? But yeah, smash the like button, guys. And if you guys want to actually support the channel, you guys want to help out with anything to support the channel, you guys can actually make a donation on Coffee, or you can actually on my Coffee thing, Coffee page, or you can actually make a donation on my PayPal, which the information is right here already, right there on the side where you can see all the live chatting going on. So you can actually make a quick donation over there. You can make a 3 or 4, and your donation could be like saying happy birthday. It's like, I know it's like it's not good to be asking for donations and everything, but it's like to make content. Donations count, and I'm still a noob that I can't make merch for you guys, but I'm thinking about making something where if people donate a certain amount of money on my Coffee, they will get one of the 3D models that I've made recently. Because you guys have known I've made models for Kamen Rider helmets. I've been working on. I did the Chun-Li chest shield, and I did the Chun-Li helmet. So every month I'll be releasing that file. For people that donate like $30 or more. It helps out. It's like a gift for being able to donate that much. It's like a little thank you presents. And I think I'll probably end up doing that every month. So every month there'll be a new file, because I'm working on files every day. So there ain't one file I ain't done yet. So I'm still working and working and working and working and making more and more and more and more. And I hope that you guys have been enjoying that. The fact that I've been, constantly making another file, making another, modeling another helmet and everything, and it's like you gotta keep doing it. You should do. I will do a Blender tutorial one day. I just need to figure out every other technique because I'm still learning. I'm still learning as I go. So, and it's, I'm still learning, and if I don't know exactly everything 100%, I can't do a tutorial because it's like what to say, what to do, how do you do this. I'm sure there are a lot of techniques. Like I said, I've only been doing this for a little over a month now. So I'm still a noob, and I still get my friend Robert telling me, try this, try this, try this. So, thanks to him, he's helped me out a lot. There have been like these small little tutorials on Instagram where I found, Blender actually has a Instagram profile there where they add, like daily they add a tip, to help out. Some tips I already know about, but there are others I don't know. So, and most of them have to do with animating, so that's not gonna really work for me entirely. So, because I don't do animation, and so maybe eventually one day I'll actually do animating, but as of right now, that's a little out of my wheelhouse. But one of the things I actually have learned, and I'm gonna share this with you guys right now, is I've actually learned how to do. A lot of people wonder how do you actually paint the helmets then? It's like, because like you want to render it and everything. So what I'm going to show you right now is a way how to render your files. So what we're going to do is select all these faces right here. Gonna select all the faces that I want to paint to a specific color. Obviously right here I'm not going to be able to paint this section because I didn't actually make lines for that one. So what we're going to do is just work with what we got. It's basically plain and simple right here. Quick little tip for you guys. So we're gonna select every single face that we actually want to color. So this is what we're gonna do right now. We have all of these right here. Selected all those. Those are basically the black. We're gonna go right here where it says context material. Context material. So this is your tip for today. Okay, we're gonna go right here to the plus sign, and we're gonna select new, and go to base color. We're gonna go to base color and just basically go to black. And here's the preview. That's the one that's in the preview. And we're gonna go as metallic. And we're gonna rough it up, but not too much. Like that, like a nice flat paint. And then from there, we're gonna go here and assign it to this. So I think it needs to be more grayish than black. So let's move it up a little bit. Yeah, that one's actually a lot better. And basically this thing, Screw Animation, is all about modeling, baby. It's all about modeling. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Remember that thing? All about the Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins. So, and basically you're gonna do that with every other section. You're gonna rinse and repeat. So go here, go to yellow, and we're gonna assign it. There you go. See, now we have that yellow, and we're gonna assign all of this white for now. Gonna assign all of this white. So over here, new. White, which is basically the base color, and we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go to red because we need some red. Oh, in fact, we're gonna select all of this to make everything red at once. Why nitpick to the end? Why nitpick all the way to the end? We want a gold star. We want everything. And see, the best thing about doing this in the mirrored, with it mirrored, you only have to select half of the areas you want to paint. So we're all gravy right here. So as you can see, look at that. Look at that. I don't have to select everything. Just what I need, and the other side gets basically reflected to do that. Alright, so we're gonna pick our red here. New. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to red. Maybe give it a little bit of a metallic look. Yeah, there we go. Give him a little bit of bling. Give him a little bit of bling, and assign it. There you go. And then we're gonna go here because we're gonna go back to our yellow, because this part has to be yellow. Mellow yellow. And this, I'm gonna see if I can make a silver. See if I can actually make a silver color. All right. So we're gonna new sign, and to get silver, basically what we're gonna do is just go to metallic. See? Don't even gotta do nothing. Assign. There we go. Look at that. He's looking blingy now. He's looking blingy. All right. So now we go to our viewpoint. Go to 4. We all set. Object. Wait, did I forget a section? That thing looks off. Yeah, I think I forgot that one. See? Yeah, I forgot that one. So red, assign, disappear, disappear. Learning the buttons are hard to do for me. Trust me, it took me a while to even remember the buttons. You know, it took me a while. So let's see here. We're gonna go into shading, just to not yet shading. There we go. And go object, world. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna go back here into modeling. I'm just gonna bring these lights up again, you know, because we're gonna mess around with some lighting. We're gonna mess around with some lighting here. Okay, bring these up here. Okay. Woo! Talk about blinding light. So just gonna oop. I kinda deformed him. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, just adjust the lighting a little bit, you know. So we're gonna further back. There we go. And bring you further back out. There we go. Ta-da! We have a mighty Megazord. We have a mighty Megazord. So what do you guys think of that? We have a Megazord 3D printable helmet. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Between watching your videos on finishing 3D model prints and Kamui cosplay video on how to use Blender, I'm slowly taking my building to the thing. Awesome! You know what the weird thing is about that, about Kamui cosplay, because that's her cosplay name, and where I live right now is called Kamui. Spelled differently, C-A-M-U-Y, not, you know, K-A-M-U-I. I think that's Kamui. I think that's how she. Is it how she spelled it? Sam, why are you deleting this stream? What? Hold on. 30 in the buns are. What is wrong with you, Streamlabs? Jeez. Oh my God, I'm shutting Streamlabs down. Get out of here. Oh my God. So, what do you think? What do you think? Is it good? You like? Does it look? Is it nice? Is it sexy? Go, go, Power Rangers! So, come on. Come on. Are you old? Are you old live streams still up? Oh yeah, all of my live streams are still up. I don't remove any of my live streams. I don't know why. Many people tell me, "Oh, you should take down your live streams," but I'm like, nah, because there's some people who don't get to see it when I go live, so I might as well just keep it and let them see it. If they want to watch all those hours of me ranting and talking about stuff and 3D modeling and everything, well, so be it. Let them watch. I'm not gonna refrain from saying no. No. I'm not gonna allow you to watch my live stream. You didn't even go there to watch it in the first place. No, I'm not that mean. I'm not gonna do that to people. Very nice, sir. I give it a 10 out of 10. Nice. So yeah, he's 3D print ready. Now I'm actually going to be opening an Etsy shop. So, guys, I'm going to be opening an Etsy shop to sell all of my 3D printed models, as well as 3D prints for those who don't have 3D printing machines. So, for those who don't have a 3D printing machine, they have the option to buy an actual print instead of actually buying the file. Even though the print is $100, the file will be $30. So, and these are files that not everybody has. And I'm actually the first of a lot to have certain files. Not everybody has. Actually, almost nobody has some of the files that I've made. yes, I want to go back and look at some of the old model. Yeah, that's those are fairly recent because I just started doing that a little while ago, making the videos of me, 3D modeling night. It's like every time I go live now, I do modeling of some type. Like I model something like what you would see some people on Twitch and everything. They're gaming and they're talking and they're chatting and stuff like that, answering the questions. So it's better than me just sitting here twiddling my fingers in my room doing nothing and just hoping people talk. But yeah, it's like, but little by little, to be all honest with you, I've been wrestling with the thought of maybe discontinuing the live streams because it apparently people don't stick around. They come for about a few minutes and then they up and leave. And it's not really good for the channel when people come in for a few minutes and then leave. And when you have almost 2,000 subscribers and you only have like maybe 5 people show up and then one ends up staying through the whole thing, the majority of the time. So I'm not saying maybe they're all busy because like I said, it is Friday night. It is Friday. People have plans. People are doing stuff. So I was like, what can you do? What can you do? So that's the thing. I'm debating at this current time to should I continue it? Should I not? It's a bit of a process. So I gotta see if things go better for the live streams for people, then maybe I will keep it around. But at this current time, I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe if you know people stick around more, people want to come in and check it out. Maybe I will keep the live streams going. But like I said, I'm just ranting. It's just we gotta see. It's not hasn't been doing too good lately. The live streams, so to each his own. To each his own. People are checking out, and maybe I'm boring them. Maybe they expect something different. Maybe they were more into the raffles I used to do. So, because I did do a raffle every once every month, but I haven't had anything to raffle off recently. So gotta see what I'm gonna do. Gotta see what I'm gonna do. I don't know where the tone. So, but if people can feel free to ask questions and stuff like that. That's one reason why I do the live stream. So to talk, make friends, make connections and everything like that. So whoever is interested in learning some more things and stuff like that about 3D modeling for an upcoming cosplay, by all means, ask away, ask away, ask away, ask away. Do not hesitate to ask me any questions. Where seldom is heard in this greeting word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. I don't know why I busted out with that, but I did. Home at her school. Huh? Things are quiet. Who is here today? Who is here tonight in the live stream? Who is here? Who? Looking around the room. I don't know who is here. I know Sam is here. Apparently the Nightbot is still here, even though I shut it off. Don't know. It's haunting me now. It's stalking me. Don't know why. Maybe he's got a crush on me and I just don't know it. Yeah, still there. The Nightbot is still haunting my dreams. Look at that, we still got this guy here. So let's do a comparison, side by side shot. Let's see, move a little closer right here. I like the paint scheme a lot better. I like the paint scheme. It's a lot nicer. It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, I like that. Oh my God, Nathan! Man, Nathan, I haven't seen you in for like forever. I haven't seen you in forever. Where have you been? I haven't seen you since 2019. Granted, 2019 was just days ago, but I haven't seen you in longer than that. Come on. Come on. I have been. You have been sick for months? Have you been sick for months? What you have? Cooties? Hmm? Oh, you just joined me. Like, I was working on this little sucker right here. Making this file, which is basically a game rip model from Legacy Wars. I think it's that game, Legacy Wars. And it's got no detail at all, but you know we added some detail to it because look, see, we added some detail. We fixed it a little bit, you know, added some detail where it's supposed to have some detail. Uh, gave it some eyes. Cause over here it's got no eyeballs. This sucker's got no eyes. Look at that. Kind of looks like you go over here. You're thinking you're looking at Optimus Prime with a big nose. No. You got the Megazord right here, baby. You got the Megazord right here. Super Megazord power. And dealing with so bad stuff. Wow. Well, hopefully in this new year things are a lot better for you. Because I know how it can be when things are bad. I've been in that boat. I don't like being in that boat. But I feel you. I 100% know how it feels. I know what you're going through. Looks like I'll miss PMC. I'm guessing you're it's either financial problems or you're having like some conflict of dates or work for a specific time. Ah, Say no more. I know how that feels. I know how that is. I go through that all the time. Especially coming from a guy who does not have a normal 9 to 5 job and is always trying to make commissions to pay bills and rent. So I understand what you're going through. I can feel you. I know how things is. Things are tight. Thing, a lot of things got to be put on hold, backed up, canceled altogether because money is short. You know, because you got other things that take up the cash. Like, oh my god, like not too long ago, me and my mom had to shell out hundreds of dollars to fix the car, and then the other day I had to shell out $30 more for a new printer because I was printing labels, and the printer broke. I was about to print something, and it was giving me the blinking light, and I called the place, and they told me it needs to be replaced. It's dead. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I got things I gotta ship out, and the thing is dead. I'm like, and the thing is, I'm like, money I don't really need to be spending right now. I'm not rich, and I gotta shell out some cash to fix this thing. It's a difficult road. It's a difficult road when it comes to finances. It's one thing or another, one thing or another, and it always comes unexpected. It always comes out unexpectedly, and what are you gonna do? It's like you just gotta take it with a grain of salt. Literally, take it with a grain of salt. Let's see what we got here. What we got. Gonna upload another photo onto the gram. I'll add the photo of the Megazord onto the gram. This is just it's a new model, just finished. Cause I didn't even have to add a inner layer. All I had to do was solidify it, and it's nice and solid. It's got a nice thick layer, and I likes. But we've been here for an hour and a half, and we already finished this baby off. So I think I'm gonna head off, guys, because there's nothing left to do to this thing. It's completely finished. It's done. I hope some of the tips I showed you. Are you going to PR Comic Con? Yes, I am. I'm there every year. And I will be going again this year, God willing. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna add that, God willing. Like, there's no bad weather, nothing happens to the car or anything, But I definitely am going to be going as long as nothing gets in my way. But so far, I have not missed one single day Puerto Rico Comic Con. But I never go Sundays. I'm gonna say that. I never go on Sundays because Sundays is pretty much dead. And I'm pretty much dead by that day because I go Friday and Saturday. I go the busiest days. So, by the time Saturday comes, I am completely wiped out. I have nothing left to give. By then, I have nothing left to give. My feet are hurting. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. And Sunday's like that day you want to sleep in, especially since I gotta drive a little over an hour just to get to San Juan. So I gotta drive a little over an hour just to get over there, and it's not fun when you don't really sleep early and you can't sleep early because I don't have a normal sleep schedule. At times I don't go to bed till 3 a.m. That's because I'm not tired by that time, and also because I'm always working on something. Especially recently, since I started 3D modeling, I'm always working on something and I don't want to stop. I want to keep going and going and going and going until I finish it, or at least come close to it. But then I look at the time, like it's 3 o'clock. I should go to bed. And then when I set my alarm clock for 9 o'clock, but I literally every time it turns on, I'm like this, click, turn it off, and just close my eyes again. I don't even leave the bed, even though I want to wake up at 9. Yet my butt is so lazy and so tired. I literally won't get up off of my butt out of the bed to go do it. To wake up and begin the day. You know, it's like I don't do it. And it's hard. You know, 3 a.m. and wake up at night. Go to bed at 3 a.m. I don't fall asleep at 3 a.m. I'll tell you that right now. I sometimes I gotta fight for my way to get to sleep. And then to wake up at 9 a.m. I like the alarm wakes me up, but then I'm like so tired. And I want to stay in the bed. I'm like, I'll give it like 5 more minutes. 5 minutes ends up becoming an hour, like an hour and a half later. Like by the time I leave the bed, it's like 10:45. I'm like, oh my god. So you know, it's completely a difficult thing to do. To try to get out of bed. I'll be that way soon when I learn how to model. Yeah, trust me, it becomes a bit of an addiction, literally. Becomes a bit of an addiction because then you start wanting to model all the things you never could have before, or like things you couldn't find, or files that were way too expensive for you to shed out that money, because you're not just gonna buy the file. Then you later gotta buy the material. Then you gotta buy the paint, the primer, the sealing, the clear coat, sandpaper, soldering irons, cutting. It's like an endless cycle. How did you learn how to use Blender in the first place? Well, the first time I tried to learn on my own and tried as much as I could find tutorials on YouTube, and I couldn't. So after like giving it an attempt for a couple weeks, I gave up. And because I did ask people and nobody would share their knowledge. So the first I went back to it again about over a month ago. I went back into it, and it was through the video from Kamui Cosplay. They were doing Alloy's headpiece. So they were working on that, and with that, I got the gist. I finally ended up getting the gist of what they were talking about. So I started from there, and then looking up little Blender videos and looking and searching for little tiny tips they were sharing, like little tiny nuggets of information, which was not easy because it's like they give you like a little hint of something, but they don't explain it. So then you're like working around. So. You know, I've been at it now for about a month and a half, and I don't know everything yet. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to find out more details. And I asked my friend Robert about how do you do this? How do you how to add the coloring to the model itself? I had to ask him because I didn't know how to paint the model in the way that I wanted to, like give it that metallic, shiny type of look to it. So you know, like this guy. And so he helped me out. He was able to do it, and you know, long story short, hey, here we are now, and you know, working little by little with the detail that I can work off of. So the hardest part is, I think, has to do with finding good reference photos, like a nice straight on shot and a nice straight on side shot that's not beveled. But after a while, there's sometimes you're gonna have to like guesstimate everything, because sometimes you won't get a complete side shot. It'll be like a little bit turned in because some people do that to avoid people copying the models that they make. You know, even I do that because I turn it in a way that way I'm the only one that has the file at that current time. You know, because all models like to be the first one to have something and be the only one to have it. You know, especially when you want to sell them later on. You know, it's you know, you want to make money and you don't want to lose profit when somebody can copy something. from you. So, but it happens. It's inevitable. It happens every time, regardless of who you are or wherever you get your information from. It happens. You know, because if they're not gonna get it from you, they're gonna get it from somewhere. Like even still frames from a movie. To like get one of those HD 200K TVs and do it like a screenshot right there. And you know, it's like there's another way to get it. You know, there's always a way. Even like high end figures that have so much detail. So much detail, you wouldn't even, it's ridiculous. So it's a process. It's learning. You know, you can adjust game rip files like characters and models of armor, pull them off, and then adjust it and try to work out. There are more details that are more organic, and that's a hard part to do. You know, so I'm not touching that yet till I can figure it out, because sometimes you might want to have to sculpt something digitally, and I'm not at that level, you know, of sculpting. And besides, sculpting might take a lot of time, and I might end up with carpal tunnel by the end of it. So like I can actually snap my wrists. I can actually crack these babies. Just putting in a title to the gram. So yeah, you're on the right track. You're on board. You're right there. You're in the circle. You're on the path to becoming a Jedi. Use a different pop culture reference. Yeah. Right now you're a Padawan. Soon you will be a Jedi. That you follow the dark side, and then you'll be a Sith. But yeah, you know, that's all I got tonight, guys. That's all I got, really much. You know, sadly, people didn't stick around, but you know, let's see what happens. I'm gonna see if people come around. I don't know. It's a new year. Let's see what happens. And also, like I said, it is Friday night. People are out over there in parts of the U.S. It's 8:30. Right here, it's 9:30. So people are out on dates with the movies, seeing the boyfriends, seeing the girlfriends. Man, I get stuck after putting up the images when I start using planes. I just crash. Yeah, trust me, I was there. That's how I started. I was like, But go back to that Kamui cosplay video of her husband showing you like how he did the helmet for LOA. That should actually help you a little bit. You know, try to, you know, adjust the headpiece and how to do the edges and vertices. Like he shows you that main part. That's like the most important part. What he shows right there is vital to get things started, literally. So I give it up for him for making that video. Thank you a lot for that. I want to thank him, even though he has no idea about my videos. He probably doesn't even know what my channel is, but just want to say that thank you for that video, because of that video that helped me out a lot and made me get back on the ball, so to speak, and you know, doing some 3D modeling and not giving up. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have come back to it, and I wouldn't be doing this type of thing, being able to do this type of stuff. Even though I didn't model this is basically from a game rip, I just adjusted it and brought up the detail and rounded it off and sharpened it up in some R, gave it a little bit of detail here and there. But yeah. But anyway, thanks, Sam, for being here, and whoever else was here earlier, you know, because I do know there were a lot of other people here. They were asking questions. Orville was here. Argerio, till he got kicked out by the Nowbot. Richard was here, too. But I get it. Good models do take time. So, and, yeah. So, I am off. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to see about working on another model. I don't know which one I'm going to be working on. Maybe it's another Kamen Rider related model, but yeah, that's it for me for tonight. I'm gonna go. Remember to smash the like button, share the video with your friends, share the ones that I actually posted on how to finish a helmet and 3D modeling stuff. Share it on your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, all of that good stuff that we all love in social media. But yeah, good night.